Hello, happy Sunday, and happy almost Memorial Day. Hopefully Facebook will cooperate with us today so that we can have a great chat. And for those of you who are just joining us, today is May the 27th. So if you're joining us live today is Sunday, May the 27th, and we are doing this live here on Facebook. And if you're joining us live, I'll be saying hey, hello. Hopefully Facebook will cooperate and give me your comments. And if not, I'll have to resort to the computer. But if you are not watching this with us live, then, and I'm hoping somebody will say hi so that I can see if comments are working. Yeah. Hey, good. There's Michelle. Hello, Michelle. So yeah, if you're not watching this live, if you're watching this later on Facebook, you can also watch this later on Facebook, or if you're watching it on YouTube, hey, Janice, and hey, Sheila. If you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. You can still comment. You know, you can still tell me what you're thinking. Hey Kim, hey Janet, and hey Christy. And if you're watching this later on YouTube or later on Facebook, well, later on YouTube, I promise, hey Jackie and hey Tracy, I promise I will put in the comments what time the chat is actually starting, you know, like what time we actually start talking, so that you don't have to sit through all the hey hellos if you don't want to. And hey Joyce, and Jen says, I am at work, but I had to pop in. I will watch tonight when I get home. Hey Jen. Everybody say hey to Jen. She had to pop in, but she's at work. Don't get in trouble. Hey Tanya, hey Carol, and hey Lynn. Yeah, so today is the day before Memorial Day. Hey Darlene, and hey Betty. Oh, Betty's cooking while she's watching. What are you cooking, Betty? We want to know. And hey Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. So I don't know if y'all can hear this or not. And hey Marlene, they have been from sunny Florida. Yeah, Marlene from sunny Florida. So, and hey Sybil, and hey Sylvia. So Sybil and Sylvia, y'all can't come in at the same time because you almost get me, you get me tongue-tied every time. And hey, Heather. Oh, okay, and Casey, are you logged in as If You Have an Egg? Because it just said hey, hey under If You Have an Egg. Is that you or is that Jordan? Anyway, so yeah. Hey, Inez. Yeah, and Inez is with us from Southern New Jersey. So I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but they've been promising us rain all weekend long. Hey, Janet. They've been promising us weekend all weekend long. Hey, Allison. And it sounds like we're finally going to get the storm. So hopefully that's not going to affect any of this either. Hey Denise, and Myra says, I was looking forward to tonight. I had to miss my meeting this week. Great. So you're here with us, Myra. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, and so Casey must be logged in as If You Have an Egg because that's hilarious because I'm saying hi to myself. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and Sandra says it's raining there too. So I'm not upset about the rain. Hey Kim, I know, you know, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's a long weekend. Some people will be upset, but I'm okay. And Casey, no, you are still If You Have an Egg. Oh, and Jen says it's pouring there. Okay, so, yeah, oh, and Jen says it is there in Boston too. Okay, so, yeah, it's super, like, muggy, super humid, and Casey's saying, help. Casey, honey, I don't know how to tell you to get out of it. Just keep talking as if you have an egg. It's okay. It is okay. Yeah, and hey, Nancy from near Philadelphia. Hey, another Lynn. Yeah, and Christy's saying, no, Casey, you're still the egg. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, raining in New Jersey. And Sylvia saying hello from Illinois River in Oklahoma. Oh, in her camper. Woo, she's from her camp, you know, talking to us from her camper. Awesome. We went and picked up a camper today, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. Okay. And hey, Cindy. Hey, Lisa. Okay. So there's like a million more of you to say hi to. I can't believe you all are here on the Sunday before Memorial Day. So yay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so today is Sunday. Yeah, and it is the Sunday before Memorial Day. It is May the 27th. And again, if you're watching this with us live, hello and thank you. Hi, Colleen. And if I don't get everybody, I promise I'll say hi to you later. So still say hi to me. Hey, Karen. Hey, Renee. So even if I don't catch you here, hey, Jennifer from Ohio, please do say hi. Oh, and thank you, Tanya. Thank you. I liked it. Tanya's a cute top, so thank you. So yeah, so still say hi, even if you're not here with us live tonight, or if I miss you and all the hey hellos, because once I start talking, I can't see who all's there. Yeah, I promise I will say hello later. Hey, Randy. So, okay, and Janet says, go Cavs. Okay, so there must be a game on. Yeah, hey, Liz. So tonight is Sunday, May the 27th, if you're watching this with us live, and hello, Jennifer from Texas. And Barbara is from, hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. Oh, and I know which Crossroads you're talking about too, don't I? Don't I, Barbara? Mm-hmm, yeah. Hey, Lori, and hey, Janice. So, don't forget, you can watch this later over on YouTube. So if you don't get to join us live, or if you do get to join us live and you just need a recap, if you need to go back and hear what we were talking about, if you want to watch this later or just listen to it later, hey Shirley. Oh, and Kim said it was their holiday weekend last weekend. Yeah, in Canada. Yay, yay, oh Canada. But you can always listen to it later. You don't have to. Oh, and Casey says, Alyssa, actually, if you have an egg says so, but it's Casey. Alyssa says that, Casey says that Alyssa is giggling at Nona on the phone. I won't make the face for you all that I make for Alyssa to try and make her laugh, just to get her to do that here. But anyway, so if you're watching this later, over on YouTube, or if you're somewhere where you can't watch, I don't know if you know this or not, but you can actually let it play on YouTube, and then you can minimize it. You can, minimize it down into the bottom. Like if you're on I have an iPhone. Hey, Marlene, I have an iPhone, so I don't know what to say about other phones, but on an iPhone, like when we're at Planet Fitness, if I want to listen to something on YouTube, but I can't really watch it, then I'll get it going, and then I'll just minimize it so that it's small on my phone, and I can still hear everything that they're saying, and you don't have to, necessarily be able to see it. So I didn't know if you knew that or not. You don't actually have to watch me if you're doing this later. If you want to listen to this later on YouTube, you can do that. And if somebody knows how to turn that into a podcast, feel free to let me know, because I would love to do that too. So today is Sunday, May the 27th. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. So, yay, Tedders. Tedders is here. Yay, hey, Tedders. Tomorrow is Memorial Day if you're here in the United States. For those of you who are not in the United States, sorry, you have to listen to a little bit about Memorial Day. So, for those of us in the U.S., tomorrow is a holiday, and it is a holiday that is in celebration or memorial or remembrance of people who have lost their lives fighting, for the United States. So, yay, America. Hey, Kathy from Somerset, Kentucky. So we do remember Memorial Day today. So it's a memorial for for past service members, for people that were in the service in the United States. And so I would just like to take a moment and thank everyone. So I know it's in memory of fallen soldiers, men and women. But I just want to stop and thank everyone who is a current member of the U.S. Armed Forces, or you have had a family member, who has fought for us. So just want to say thank you and happy Memorial Day to you all. Yeah. Okay. It's also, and I hope that you all will find someone who's a veteran or who has, a family member who was or is, and thank them. Yeah, because that would be an awesome thing. It's an awesome thing to do every day. So that's a lovely thing for you to do every day. Hey, Susie, but it would be especially nice if you would do it this weekend. So, okay, also Memorial Day, chocked full of foods that are really, really, for us. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. And I saw up here a second ago, somebody had a great weight loss this week. Okay, I missed it. Was it Sybil? Was that you? So somebody let me know. Who it was. Oh, it was Marlene. Okay, so Marlene had a great weight loss this week. Marlene, you're gonna have to share it again. I know everybody's already commenting on it, but you're gonna have to share it again because I was talking about something else. Okay, we're gonna talk about Memorial Day food here in just a second. And Susie, in case I didn't say hi, I think I did, but hello. Okay, oh, it is Marlene, yeah. So, and she's excited because she hadn't lost in a while and she was at a plateau for a long time. So, Marlene, I have to know, did you break your plateau because of one of the chats that we had over the last 3 weeks? I'm hoping that you say that that's so. And hey, Melissa. So, we're going to come back around. We're going to swing back around and talk about Memorial Day food for just a minute here in a second. But I did have, I did get quite a few. Well, I get questions all week long. So I get questions on a few questions on Instagram. I get questions on Facebook because I'm in about, 5 or 6 different Facebook groups, including our If You Have an Egg Facebook group and the If You Have an Egg page. And hey, and Rebecca is here. Rebecca is here, and it's her first time live. So everybody say hi to Rebecca. And it's just spelled like Rebecca. So thank you for having a name that is spelled normally. It's Rebecca. Everybody say hi to Rebecca. It's her first time here. Okay, so I get lots of questions. So I have I'm in the 5 or 6 groups. I have a group. So we have the closed group, the If You Have an Egg group. And if you're not in the group, we'll post a link here later, or maybe somebody can post it for me. Just remember, if you want to join our closed group, the If You Have an Egg, a Weight Watcher support group. If you want to join that group, you have to answer the 3 questions. It's going to ask you 3 questions. Yeah, and Marlene says, yes, the chats were extremely helpful. Yay. And she also went back to her meetings. Yes, going to a meeting, I think is, extremely important. So anyway, you have to answer the 3 questions or I'm not going to take the time to let you in. Sorry. Because, we constantly have, I mean, we check them every single day, but we still constantly have 400 to 500 plus, hey Loretta, 400 to 500 plus requests every day. So yeah, I have to be able to look quickly and say, seems like a safe person, seems like a safe person, seems like a safe person, seems like a safe person. So yeah, I don't have time to let you in if you don't answer the 3 questions. So pretty please answer the 3 questions. And Susie likes my top too. Thank you. I got this at Mass. We live down the street from a Mass General, and I got it from there. I think it is a Woolrich top in case anybody wants to go find one. Anywho, okay, so I get lots of questions on Instagram, Facebook, Weight Watchers Connect, YouTube, and thanks Randy, that's the top 2, thank you. And so yeah, so I get lots of questions. So this week I thought I would answer a couple of them because because y'all don't get a chance to be answered during the live chat. So quickly, oh, and Wendy says, Jen and Wendy, besties watching from North Texas. Hello guys. Okay, so one of the questions I got this week, actually I got this question a lot this week, was what was the seasoning that you put on your That Man's turkey tenderloin? So you know how much I love That Man's chicken, and on That Man's chicken I always use the Dax, just me, I use the Dax Original Red on that, and then I came up with the That Man's turkey tenderloin, which I personally actually prefer. John still prefers the That Man's chicken, just the thighs, he prefers that, but the turkey tenderloin, oh my gosh, it's so juicy. I mean, I just can't even explain how, it's just crazy. It's crazy once you cut into it, just how almost overwhelmingly juicy it is. Anyway, so this week I used, or for that last week, on the That Man's turkey tenderloin, and those recipes are on the blog. It's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So those recipes are already on there. You're not waiting on me to put those on there. They're there. But I used Dax lemon pepper, and I got a lot of questions about this. So last week I had made the That Man's turkey tenderloin, and it's on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just search turkey or that or man's because it'll pop up. So that on the turkey tenderloin I used Dax lemon pepper, and you don't have to use Dax if you don't like if you're not in Alabama. I think this is only sold locally in Alabama if I'm not mistaken. Hey Evie, and somebody will have to let me know if you know any different. So I order this. So I order this directly from Dax. And Sybil says Amanda Seipert makes your That Man's chicken. Oh, you make that? Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and thank you guys. Thank you Casey, who's posing as If You Have an Egg, and Carol for sharing the website. But the That Man's chicken, or the lemon pepper, yeah, and Betty says she loves Dax. I do too. So I don't have all of them, but I have many of them. But anyway, so I used their lemon pepper. So you can use any lemon pepper, but the reason I like the Dax is because it does not have any salt in it. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that my parents have issues with sodium, like holding on to sodium, so I try not to use any extra sodium. Anyway, the question was, what was it that I used? It's Dax lemon, it's called lemon pep, really good. Okay, yes, and yes, Mara says you can get it on Amazon. Yes, you can, or you can order it from Dax, and it is just, I think it's Dax Seasoning, DaxSeasoning.com, and somewhere back on one of these chats, we've got a coupon. I forgot what the coupon code is, but you can go back and find that. And then somebody else asked why I wash my bananas. Because we talked about that one day. I was talking about washing fruit before you eat it, and they asked what I use. So because I'm a Trader Joe's fanatic, I use the Trader Joe's Next to Godliness. Yeah. Fruit and vegetable wash. So I use that because you can put a couple of squirts in some I'll just put it in my sink. I just clean out my sink, put a couple of squirts in my sink, dump all of my fruit, vegetables, and everything else. And yes, I do wash, hey Connie, and yes, I do wash the outside of fruit that I'm not going to eat, the outside of it. I'm not a germaphobe. I'm not a neat freak. Hey Lacey, and no, Miss Lacey, you haven't missed much. But I'm not a germaphobe. Today I didn't wash my hands before I was messing with Alyssa's mouth. much to John's chagrin. But anyway, I'm not a germaphobe, I'm not a neat freak. Anybody that knows me knows that. But hey, Debbie. But how are you? How is Mickey? And hey, Popsicle. So, and hey, Elaine. So anyway, I do wash the outside of fruit, even if I'm not going to eat the outside of the fruit. So bananas, I do wash them before I put them up. If they happen to have any fruit fly eggs on them, in an attempt to keep that population down, because here in a few weeks, it's going to be crazy, here with fruits and vegetables with the fruit flies. So I do that in an attempt to keep them down. Somehow it makes me feel better. Don't know if it works or not. Somebody can tell me if that's a real thing, but I do that. Also, I figure, if I'm eating a banana, even though I'm not going to eat the peel, I'm touching the peel, and then I'm sticking it in my mouth, I still think I need to wash it. So anyway, all fruits and vegetables, unless it says triple washed, unless it's already in a container that says triple washed, I wash it. This is what I use. You don't have to use this. This is what I use. Yeah. Okay, so I had that question. Then I also had a question about, I had a couple of people say, and Barbara says, I wash my fruit with soap and water. Salad, I use vinegar to clean them also. Yeah, that will also work. Barbara's exactly right. That will also work. And sometimes on things that I think are going to be a little funky, I will put a little bit of vinegar in my water, and you're just going to be really surprised at what comes off of it. Just saying. Okay, then I had the funniest question. I had people saying, what are those puffy things that you and Popcorn Karen were talking about? Because Popcorn Karen shared something last week, and if y'all remember, last week I was doing the Eat What's in Your Fridge challenge, which was just a challenge for me. Y'all didn't actually have to participate, but some of you did. So last week while John was out of town, I decided that I was only going to eat what I already had here. I was not going to purchase anything. I wasn't going to add anything. I was going to eat out on Tuesday night because that's after my meeting, and I get home too late. So I just go ahead and grab something to eat on Tuesday night. And Casey and I get lunch out at work on Fridays. So I did it. That is the only time that I added to it. So all week, so Sunday through Saturday, I just ate what I had here. I did get John back. So fortunately, that challenge was done by the time, almost by the time I got John back. So he didn't notice, but I will say, A, I survived. B, I have a ridiculous amount of food here, so I always wander. The reason I did this challenge was because I wander around the kitchen many days going, there's nothing here I want to eat. There's absolutely nothing here that I want to eat. I have a ridiculous amount of food. We live in a country where, I'm not getting into my soapbox tonight, but we live in a country where, we can literally, especially where we live, we can literally walk out our door. Food. There's food everywhere. We are not hurting for food. So anything, and Debbie did the same thing. Yep. So, and Chrissy's going to do the fridge challenge to get ready for vacation. Yeah. So, and Heather did it too. So we had a ridiculous amount of food. Ridiculous amount of food. So it was easy to do it while John was out of town because I didn't have to try and explain it. I just did it. It's kind of like fasting. You fast in private. You don't do that in public. Nobody else needs to know that business. But anyway, so it was just easier to do it myself. I survived it. But one of the things that I was squalling a little bit about was Popcorn Karen, she comes up with, I don't know, just the most magnificent snack things and things that I've never even seen before. I don't know how she finds out about all this snack stuff before me, because I'm at the store a lot. But maybe it's because she shops at midnight, shops at Deerbergs and Schnucks at midnight. Maybe that's why she can find all this stuff. But she's the one, the reason I call her Popcorn Karen is because she's the one that sent me all that fabulous, oddly flavored Skinny Pop, gosh, 3 years ago maybe. I don't even remember how long ago it was. And the enlightened broad bean chips, things like that. Okay, so the thing that she had me squalling about, the only thing that I was really upset about because I couldn't go right then and find it was, and somebody said, what were those puffy peanut things you were talking about? Okay, these were the puffy peanut things that we were talking about. So Popcorn Karen had shared these in our Facebook group. So in the If You Have an Egg group, she had shared these, and they are literally puffy peanut things. And I'm going to show you in a second what they are. But they're this big. They're tiny. It's like a little teeny tiny cheese puff. But and listen how crisp they are. And these have even been sitting out for a little bit. But they are little puffy peanut things. Well, since my challenge is over, I got to go to Trader Joe's, and they are these. They are Bomba peanut snacks. So they're Trader Joe's Bomba peanut snacks. That's what these are. That's what these are. 40 of them is 5 smart points. Okay, 40 is a lot. This is 10. There are 10, oops, let me pick this up again. There are 10 in this. So 40 would be 4 times that many. 40 is a whole lot. I'm eating like 3 points worth. I've already finished. Notice this bag is, hey Loretta. Notice that this bag is closed. It's because we've already portioned this one out. Yeah, and this is all that's left of this bag. So anyway, 40, this is 10 of them. 40 of them is 5 smart points. These are from Trader Joe's. They're called Bomba peanut snacks, puffy peanut snacks. Yeah, so glad that I went and got them. Okay, and real quick, this wasn't a question. I have one more question that I need to answer. Oh my gosh, it's already 8:20. Okay, real quick, while we were there, we got this. I had either never seen this before or had skipped it or don't know why I hadn't gotten it, but it's just organic rainbow cauliflower. That's literally all it is. That is all it is. We ate the whole bag. We saved like maybe a third of a cup to put in Nana's lunch for Saturday. We ate the entire rest of the bag. Dusty was going crazy. I mean, seriously crazy, jumping and whining and crying and circling John and, you know, and one of these. Crazy for this. It's just cauliflower, but I don't know. It's frozen in a bag. 0 smart points, obviously, because it's just cauliflower. I just put it in my steamer basket in some water and steamed it for a few minutes. I didn't even put anything on it. Oh my gosh, it was good. I don't know if it just tasted better because it was so colorful, but I wish I had some to show you, but we ate it. We ate it all, so it's all gone. Okay. The last question that I'm going to answer today, and if y'all want questions answered live, I'll try to answer. I'm going to try and answer about three to 4 a week. Don't know if I can answer much, many more than that because we'll start to run over our time. So the last question I got, and this one I get all the time, or some variation of this all the time. So I thought I would just go ahead and answer it tonight. Okay, all the time I get a message, I get questions. Are you a Weight Watchers leader? No, I am not a Weight Watchers leader. Do you have a Weight Watchers group? I do not have a Weight Watchers group. You are my Weight Watchers group. But then I also get asked, how are you getting paid? When I say I'm not a Weight Watchers leader, I'm not being reimbursed by Weight Watchers, no, I don't have an official group, I've not been officially trained by Weight Watchers, everything I say in all of our chats, they're just my personal opinion. My personal opinion and my personal experience. So I hope y'all know that. I hope you know this is not official. This is not an official Weight Watchers meeting, even though I hand out Bravo stickers and things. This is not an officially sanctioned and backed whatever Weight Watchers meeting. I mean, I don't think I know they're not opposed to what we're doing because we are just sharing information that we already have, from Weight Watchers, and we're a support group. We're not, we're not here to make money. So I want to say out loud, this group. So yeah, Christy says voice of experience. Yeah, you know it. So I just want to let everybody know that I know, and Debbie says I used to give a disclaimer back in the day. Okay, Debbie, here's my disclaimer because I am going to ask for payment. So everybody sit down. I just said I'm going to ask for some form of payment. So before you get mad and turn this off, just listen to me for just a second. Okay, so Weight Watchers does not pay me. I do not work for Weight Watchers. I am not getting paid. I'm not getting paid for this, and I am so sorry. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if y'all could hear that or not, but we just got an emergency flash flood warning that just took over. It just took over the chat for just a second. So I guess our rain is finally on the way. But anyway, I don't get paid. I don't collect any money from you all. I'm not asking y'all to send me money. So I'm going to say this though. Here's how I want to get paid. Okay, this is how I want to get paid. This is how I want you all to pay me. I want y'all to pay me in, I'm going to start calling them love bucks. So this is all, seriously, this is all I ask for. All I ask for is some love bucks, and I'm going to call them love bucks. So how you can pay me, because it keeps me, oh no, and some other people are getting flooding too. So, okay, this chat, okay, so I do this, because I can see, so okay, some of y'all already know what I want. Oh, I'm sorry. Lynn said it hurt her ears. I'm so sorry. So here's all I want. I want hearts. Yes, thank you. Thank you everyone for sending hearts. Thumbs ups are awesome. Y'all know how much I love those. So the love that I want you all to send is to help other Weight Watchers and to let me know how I'm doing. So I'm gonna call them. You know, that's all that I'm asking you to send me back. And thank you for all the hearts. Y'all already know what I want. But hearts during our live chats, likes after the live chat. When y'all go and watch it again on YouTube, it makes me very happy. Very, very happy when you like it again when it's on YouTube, when you share it with somebody else. If you know somebody else might need our meeting, somebody didn't get to go to a meeting, somebody can't afford to go to a meeting, somebody who's homebound that just wants to do the program, but they can't get out, they can't go anywhere. Thanks, Jennifer says, Texas loves you. Thank you, and thank you, Jackie. So anytime, pretty please, if you see it on Instagram, if you can please like it or comment, please. I mean, I love it when y'all comment. I love it. Y'all don't know how much I love it when somebody says, you know, hey, I tried a certain recipe because I don't post them unless we like them. Believe it or not, I make stuff, and thank you. I make stuff that sometimes I go, nope, and throw it away, and then you all don't see it, and then y'all just don't see it at all. If we won't eat it, I don't even share it. Don't even share it. That's why you'll never see cottage cheese in anything. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, so if I like it, it like, I don't know, y'all just don't know how much it it motivates me to go, and I'll think, you know, yeah, I need to post some more recipes. Because, you know, so-and-so tried that man's turkey tenderloin, or somebody on Canada loves me too. Thank you, Sylvia. So, you know, but when people say, oh, you know, we made such and such and my family would eat it. You know, they didn't balk at it. Oh, and Debbie says the campfire cooker was awesome. Thank you, Debbie. And actually we're making one of those tomorrow, so y'all will be able to watch that tomorrow. But pretty please, that's all I'm going to ask for. So when y'all hear me say, and I've decided that I'm going to say, you know, that it's time to send me some love bucks, that's all I'm asking for. I'm just asking for hearts, and thank you so much for the hearts and the thumbs ups, but hearts, thumbs ups during the live chats, liking these. You know, I think people think, oh, I don't need to like it again, you know, after the chat. I have to go back and rewatch it to see all the hearts and the thumbs up. So yes, liking that, commenting, sharing it with somebody, you know, again, somebody may not be able to get out. There are somebody every single day that joins our group from YouTube that, because I keep thinking, you know, okay, we've just, you know, everybody knows, but there are people every single day who say, oh my gosh, I didn't know, and I needed help with X, Y, or Z, you know, or I needed a blueberry scone recipe, which Windstar Karen posted today. So if you need some scones, you got to go to If You Have an Egg. Anyway, thank you all so much for the love that you're giving me tonight. So whenever you hear me say, okay, it's time to send some love bucks, that means that if we're on YouTube, I want you to like it, share, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, tag a friend, comment. I promise I read them, you know, and when I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, with the 50-year-old woman, you know, night sweats, that actually keeps me company to sit and read your all's comments while I'm trying to cool down. Here, liking, sharing, commenting, you know, all social media. So I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, you know, whatever. Okay, so that's all I want. Don't send me any money. Do not send cash. Do not send me cash. That's all I ask for is some love bucks. Okay, so let's go back. Let's just digress for a minute. So thank you all, thank you for the love bucks. Thank you very much. And I promise I will read every single one of these and answer them. Okay, so like I said, tomorrow is Memorial Day. So, and y'all are so sweet. There's still hearts coming. So if you're on YouTube and you can't see them, yeah. Okay, so tomorrow is Memorial Day. So, and I want y'all, you know, to remember past servicemen and women. If you live in the United States, this is a big deal. It's a big deal, Memorial Day. And so I want you to take that time, you know, in remembrance. Also means a 3-day weekend, though, for a lot of us. So a lot of people just see Memorial Day as a 3-day weekend. But let's face it, it's a 3-day weekend. You know, I have 2 days off. Yeah, I had Sunday today, and I have tomorrow off, and I have no other people working today or tomorrow. So that means I'm really, really off because they're not working at all. And thank you all so much for the continued hearts. Thank you, seriously. But a 3-day weekend is a 3-day weekend filled with like Memorial Day. When I think of, oh, and Sylvia says, how do you know sign language? I was an ASL interpreter for 20 years. Let me think, Sylvia. Let's see. My friends, well, they're deaf. Anyway, I have some friends that are deaf. So yes, so thank you. Anyway, so that makes me happy, Sylvia. You have to show me sometime because I'm getting out of habit because they moved away. Okay, so anyway, so that weekend, that 3-day weekend, is filled with, okay, so when you think, if you're living here in the United States and you think Memorial Day, you're thinking beach, go to the beach. So Accountability Buddy Karen is at the beach this weekend. So you're thinking the beach, you're thinking mountains. We went and picked up, Carol. Oh, Carol was a prior Army member. Memorial Day means a lot to her. Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you for your service. And thank you to all of you who are current or past, and if you have a family member, because you have probably a harder job if you're still here and you have a family member who is deployed. So, oh, and Lynn's dad was a World War II Marine vet. Whoa, that's awesome. That is awesome, Lynn. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your dad with us. So it means beaches, mountains, camping. We just went and picked up a smaller camper today. John keeps thinking we need to get into a bigger camper. I keep saying, even with Alyssa, we need a smaller camper. But it means camping, boating, picnics, parade, and food. Lots and lots of food. So I don't have time tonight to go into my whole Memorial Day list of food because we're already like at 8:31 because I got a little excited about the Love Bucks. But anyway, so Memorial Day food, we have a chat from last year that has a lot of Memorial Day foods listed in it, and it's ridiculous how much some things have. Oh, and Carol, prior Army, oh yeah, that's still Carol. Yeah, thank you, Carol. So, so anyway, so a lot of the foods are ridiculous, like especially things that have mayonnaise in them. You can go back and watch last year's, oh, and Sybil's dad was active duty Air Force for 20 years. Awesome, thank him for us. But yeah, lots of things with lots and lots of points. And I'm sorry, I will go back and read all of the, everybody who has a vet in their family, or you are one, or you're current. But let's talk about this food real quick because this I can't come back to. So I'm gonna do this real quick. So here I just came up with a couple of things that are celebratory. I know it's a little late because today's Sunday, you know, and tomorrow's Memorial Day, but maybe you can keep it in mind for other celebrations. Probably one of the easiest ones, just some cut up fruit, but don't just put out, you know, a fruit tray. I mean, surely to goodness you can take 5 minutes and get some, you know, maybe some little clear, you know, party cups or something, and just fill them up with some, you know, with some colorful fruit. And so I did watermelon, blackberries, and Trader Joe's today had Driscoll's blackberries, and they're like this big. They're Oak Ridge blackberries. And I'm just kidding, Oak Ridge doesn't have blackberries, but anybody that lives near or around us might understand what I'm saying. They're huge, so I'm gonna call them Oak Ridge blackberries. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. But anyway, so it has watermelon, blackberries, pomegranate, and blueberries in them. And this is, and I hope it's still cold because it's been sitting out for a few minutes, but this is fat-free Ready Whip. And yeah, Barbara says, yes, it's from there. Barbara knows what I mean. But this is fat-free Ready Whip. Fat-free Ready Whip. 2 tablespoons is 0 smart points. So, you know, as they get ready to eat, that's not quite 2 tablespoons, but that is a giant honking bowl of fruit, big bowl of fruit. But it's colorful fruit, red, white, and blue. You know, so you could use that for Memorial Day. That's a quick one. We're also gonna make something real quick. We're gonna take, this is gonna be super, super quick. I don't know if y'all know this, but angel food cake, an entire box of angel food cake has there's 40 tablespoons of angel food cake in here. And that's 3.3, so it's 3.3 tablespoons per serving. So I'm not gonna complicate it with the math right now, but we're gonna make, real quick, we're gonna make a 3-2-1 angel food cake that would be great for, you know, Memorial Day. So this, sorry, 3. Let's start with the third one, the third thing. So this is 3 tablespoons of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, and it happens to be Dannon Light and Fit plain non-fat Greek yogurt. Then 2 tablespoons, and I've already tested one of these, you know, I just tested it for your safety, Then we have 2 tablespoons of angel food cake mix, and angel food cake mix is angel food cake mix. So there's one that says just add water and there's one that says fat-free. They're both fat-free and they're both just add water, but we're not going to put water in it. Put in 3 tablespoons of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of angel food cake mix. Okay, and I'm just going to mix that together real quick. And I know y'all have to watch me. Oh, and you have to watch me slosh it on myself. So now it's slightly less than 2 tablespoons of angel food cake mix because I was in a hurry and I sloshed it on myself. So while y'all are waiting on me to do this, what non-ridiculously point-wise foods did y'all come up with? So what kinds of things have y'all been doing or planning, or what do you have planned for Memorial Day that is not going to be crazy on the points, that you can, that you can feel like you had a successful day, with. Okay, and I'm using my finger to wipe this off because I'm in a hurry. I would not do this if you were coming to my house to eat, and I also wouldn't do this. Yeah, I already counted those points, so that's mine. Okay, so 3 yogurt, 2 angel food cake. We're gonna stick it in the microwave for 1 minute. That's where the 1 comes in. So, okay, so that's 3, 2, 1. That is 3, 2, 1 cake. Some of you have heard of them called a 3, 2, 1 mug cake. Same thing, and I'm gonna grab the last thing real quick. Oh, and y'all I can see some good ideas coming up. Okay, and we're running out of time, so I'm just gonna tell you what this one is real quick. This is yogurt, and I've mixed a couple of different things into it, and I'm having to cut it now because I didn't want it to be, like mushy when it was time to start the chat. So if I hadn't let it freeze so long, it would cut, but I'll just have to break it apart. But, and I know y'all are gonna kill me because this recipe is not already posted, but I'll try really hard since I'm off tomorrow to get it posted. So this is yogurt. It is frozen yogurt. So this is frozen yogurt bark. So it's basically, the yogurt. One side, the red side has a little bit of cherry Jell-O in it. It does have a little bit of chocolate chips in it. But anyway, so just made a little thing of bark. So there you have red, white, and blue. It's red, white, and blueberry frozen yogurt bark. So I will show y'all how to make that later. Okay, and let us grab our cake. I'm gonna put this back in the freezer real quick. So I hope everybody saw that. And I'm sorry I'm talking so fast, but it's already 8:37 and we haven't talked about our topic yet. So anyway, I'll post that soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let me stick this back in the freezer. Okay, and our angel food cake is done. It's a little toasty. I put it in a clear container instead of in a mug so that y'all could see what it looked like. But so it was 3 tablespoons of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of just plain old angel food cake mix, and 1, stir it together. Try not to, thank goodness I'm wearing white, just kidding. Try not to slosh it all over yourself. But that is, so that made a little angel food cake mug cake. And let's see. Oh, Barbara says it's hard to see. She's sorry to put it next to your face. Okay, so Barbara, I'll post pictures of all these later, but this was the angel food cake. So I put it in a clear one. Usually I put it in a little mug, but it is, no, it's just regular angel food cake mix. This is 4 smart points. So this one is 4 smart points. Then I'm gonna put some berries. So I had more strawberries, blueberries, and some more pomegranate, and put that on there. Whoops, let me mix these together a little bit. And it looks like this. So now you have angel food cake. So you can make little individual mugs of angel food cake. And this is 4 smart points. And I will post the directions for that later. You could put some whip. You could put some of the fat-free whip on top of this too if you wanted to. But yeah, yummy. Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk real quick because I've almost talked this out of time. Y'all know how this happens when I spend too much time talking about talking about food. Okay, so quickly. Last week, we talked about reverse it. Last week's topic was reverse it. Okay, and I cannot wait to go back and read all of the things that y'all are talking about because those are some good looking, like a lot of veggie dip ideas. Yeah, so y'all are posting some really good ones. So I can't wait to go back and look at those. Okay, and the angel food cake mix. Real quick, let me show you this. So I don't keep it like all together because I'm at risk of eating too much of it. So I've got a jar that used to be a Cracker Barrel Chow Chow jar, and that's got the angel food cake mix in it. So it's just a little, I don't know, like it's easier to dip out of. And if you wanted to mix any, cake batter, cake mixes together to do that, you could go ahead and mix them in something like that. Okay, last week was reverse it. So we were talking about reversing it. So that is, reversing it is when the scale is not going your way. And this is your weekly. So this was your weekly for last week. And I know somebody on the group, I think, or maybe, I don't know, it may have been here on the page, somebody was having trouble finding last week's the link to last week's topic, to last week's, yeah. Whew, hold on. Finding the link to last week's, booklet. So if somebody will help them go back and find that, pretty please. There's a link that you can share. We talked about reversing it, and thank you all for the continued hearts and the thumbs ups. That is when what we talked about last week is, so a fluctuation is when the scale goes like this, is going like this, but the overall trend is down. But then a gain is when it's going like this, but it's going up and it hangs around. So a gain is when it's, it's hanging around. I know, and Susie says, take a breath. Okay, I will. Hold on. So y'all know I've been talking about my the plateau, and the plateau chat, still my favorite, still number one, my favorite. That's been my favorite topic so far this year. So I was in the gain. I had been in gain mode, it was slow, but it was gain, and it was hanging around. It wasn't going anywhere, so it had ceased to just be a fluctuation. So we talked a lot about what to do to get the scale to turn around, and sadly, since I have talked this to death, you're just gonna have to go back and either watch last week's chat or listen to it, either on YouTube, youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or on Facebook. You'll just have to go back and listen to it. But remember, you got to send me some love bucks. If you go back and watch it, you have to send me some love bucks. I'm charging you with love bucks. I'm charging you love bucks. So if you go back and watch last week's to get all of the tips from that, you got to hit a like. You've got to share it with somebody. You got to comment. You got to comment something. That's all I ask. That's all I ask of you. And thank you for the hearts. So because of the plateau chat, and then or the plateau topic that we had at our weekly meeting, you know what? You know what? I got to talking. And you know what? I forgot to ask you. I just said weekly meeting. Who attended their meeting last week? Who attended either a physical meeting last week, or you attended here with us last week, or you attended both? I completely forgot that. I was talking, and just completely skipped over that. So who attended your meeting last week? So you went to your physical meeting last week like I did, or you visited here with us, you attended with us here Sunday night, or you did both. Yeah, Inez did both. Okay, here are your Bravo stickers. Completely skipped my mind. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that I forgot to hand out your Bravo stickers. Yeah, Heather both, Sylvia both, Sandra, oh awesome, both, Kim both. Yeah, it's funny, I do both every week. Ha ha, yeah. Tedders is at her meeting right now. Here's your Bravo sticker. Yep, Kate at a meeting. Barbara watched our meeting and still got a Bravo sticker. Joyce did both. 2 Bravo stickers for doing both. Renee did both. Okay, so sorry about that. Lacey did both. So to everyone who attended a meeting or watched with us, Marlene, I got to stop talking, Janet, both Bravo stickers. Here are your Bravo stickers, ladies, and Lynn did both. So thank you very much for coming last week and for attending. So, and Jackie says, I just want to say thank you. She says you're delightful and I look forward to this. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So, and Kathy, yes, 4 Freestyle Smart Points. Kathy wants to know if the angel cake recipe is 4 SPs for Freestyle Now. Yes, ma'am, it is. Okay, and y'all keep talking, because those are love bucks. Talking to me is love bucks. It really is. Okay, so this was last week. We were talking about reversing it. So y'all know that the plateau one was my favorite so far this year. After the plateau one, I had my attitude. Remember our plateau things? I'm not going to drag them all back out again, but here were our plateau things. So I had my attitude adjustment. I quit cherry picking. I started tracking everything again. So that first week I lost 2.2 pounds. So I was at goal plus 7. So I had crept back up to 7. Had crept back up there. And hey Jennifer. So I had crept back up to 7. And that first week I lost 2.2 pounds. The second week after the plateau chat, after I had my attitude adjustment, 2.6 pounds. And then this last week, still another 0.2 pounds, which doesn't sound like much, but 3 losses, 3 weeks in a row. I'm telling you, the plateau chat, still my favorite, number 1, still my favorite. So yeah, that's 5 pounds altogether. So so now I'm at goal plus 1.8. So I was free last week, yay. So last week, your homework, I don't have a lot of time to ask you about your homework, but I'm still gonna ask you, does anybody remember what your homework last week was? Does anybody remember? Homework from last week. And I kind of just gave you a hint. I didn't tell you, I didn't really give it to you, but does anybody remember what your homework was last week? Homework while I take a sip. What was your homework? And for those of you saying you need to go back and watch the plateau chat, you do. You do. And Mindy says, I've shared that chat with so many people, loved it, eye-opener. Seriously, it was. Joyce, right on the money, action weight. Yep, action weight. So Joyce is exactly right. Your homework for last week was to set your action weight. So my action weight, I had not actually set one. I don't know how I thought I was monitoring this. So I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing Weight Watchers on and off for 24 years, and Susie's right, action weight. Inez is right, action weight. Sylvia's right, action. Sylvia's right, action. So I've been doing this a long time. And I don't know why, Karen's right, action. So I don't know, and Evie's right, find action weight. So I don't know why I didn't think that I ever needed to set, a weight, but I didn't. And so, it would creep up and down and creep up and down. We've talked about all that before. But it had crept over, probably a year. It had crept up to 7. Well, A, 7's not free. B, which, whatever. So that's mine. So Melissa said, is it 3? That's mine. So 7 isn't free. 7 was way harder to get a grip on than I thought it would be. So I have worked to get back now to goal plus 1.8. So I'm going to start referring to it as that, because if I just say how much, I don't care if y'all know how much I weigh, but if I just say how much I weigh, it's not going to mean anything. So right now I am at goal plus 1.8. So goal plus 2 is you're still free. So if you're at your goal weight plus 2 pounds, plus or minus 2 pounds, you are still free. So it's no charge. And even if you go above that, you can still be lifetime if you've actually achieved lifetime status. But goal plus 2, you're still free. So my new action weight is goal plus 3, or 3, for those of you who do sign language. So goal plus 3. So that way, if I get to, and I'm hoping not to, but life happens, if I get back to goal plus 3, then I stop. That's my new action weight, is goal plus 3. So if I get to 3, I'll stop, go back to the plateau chat, go back to what I know, to do, just nip it in the bud. As Barney Fife says, you gotta nip it in the bud. But I'll stop at 3, and then I won't have 7 to fight with. Make sense? Because I could have gotten back, like 3, I could have gotten rid of pretty easy. 7, I had to do some thinking. I had to really do some thinking, even though I know how to lose weight, and I've done it and done it and done it and done it and done it. I don't know, being that close, and 7, it was shoo. So anyway, 3. So mine's gonna be goal plus 3, and I'm at goal plus 1.8 now. So who did their homework? Who here did your homework last week? Did anybody set an action weight? And Melissa wants to know if Planet Fitness helped. Yes, Planet Fitness does help. We only go 2 days a week, but it does. The days that I go to Planet Fitness, I don't want to go home. Like, I've worked so hard, I don't want to go home and just scarf up food, because I'm thinking, I worked too hard for that. Yeah. So what is So did everybody set an action weight? Lacey did. Okay, I don't know what Joyce said, but Kim says it made sense. Debbie says, that's what scares me. I missed that. What scares you? Oh, Evie did. Sybil did. Awesome. Good job. Good job. Okay, for you sign language people, yay. This is clapping. So this is clapping in sign language. So very good. Sherry did. Heather did. Sandra did. Kim did. Awesome. Awesome. Jackie's a lifetime member, and she did not set an action weight, and her weight came back on, 50 down and 45 to go, and she's going to set one when she gets back to goal. You will do it. You will do it. You will. Okay, so I'm going to keep talking. Tracy's going to set a new one. Joyce's, her action weight is 2 from where she's at. Awesome. You will make it. Okay, this week we talked about be here now. So y'all know how easily distracted I am because I already got distracted at the very first of the chat. So, and I promise I really will go back and read all these. Ooh, and Wendy is 5 under goal. Woo! Awesome, awesome. That's very awesome. Okay, so, oh, and a couple of you are just almost at goal. Jennifer is only 3 from goal. Awesome. Okay, so I promise I will go back and read them all later, but let's talk about this week. So this week, your weekly was is be here now. Oh, and Tina just got here. And she got to go to Trader Joe's. Yeah, girl. And she's gonna watch us later. So hi, Tina. Tina, pay attention to love bucks because you owe me some love bucks because you're late. I'm just saying. Okay, so anyway, this was your weekly from last week. Freestyle, be here now. Paying attention pays off. Here's how and why to be more mindful. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of time to read this, but we have, I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but now more than ever, we have so many distractions. There are so many things to distract us. We've got cell phones. I mean, we live downtown, and I see people all the time that I'm thinking, you're going to step off the sidewalk, you're going to step off the sidewalk. Oh, because they don't live down here. They don't know their surroundings. I mean, there's, all kinds, and there's all kinds of different stuff. Like one day there's last week, every morning when Dusty and I walked, there was they had torn up 1 square of concrete, put down new. Then the next day, that one was done, 2 down, new concrete. So if I had been looking at my phone or had been distracted by something else, if I had not been paying attention, if I had not been in the, here now, walking, paying attention to where Dusty and I were going, I could have easily broken a leg or destroyed, some new concrete or whatever, because they change it every day. Dusty the other day when we were walking, he turns around all the time. Is Mama back there? Is Mama back there? Is Mama back there? He's constantly turning around while we're walking to see if I'm back there. Well, he was turned around, donk, he walked right into a parking meter. That happens when we're distracted, when we're not here now. Social media, not live chats though. Things like If You Have an Egg and live chats like this, these are not really a distraction. So I don't mean this. I don't mean what we're doing now when I'm talking about distractions. So just don't include that on your list. Yeah. But social media, I mean, how often do we get, distracted? So, you're supposed to be working or you're supposed to be doing something else, or like, or you're having, night sweats and you're just going to check a couple of Instagram posts, just to see who said hi and, if they had any comments or who made that man's chicken this week, and an hour later, you realize you're still up, distraction. Work, is a distraction. A lot of times John will be working and he's not in the moment. We were picking up a camper today and one of his guys called. So it's me, his dad, and Dusty standing in the backyard trying to help him back this little tiny camper up. Shouldn't have been a big deal, right? But one of his guys called and he got distracted. So he wasn't in the moment and we're all just kind of in limbo, putting the camper up, not putting the camper up, trying to make sure Dusty doesn't get run over or we don't get run over. World news, I mean, how distracting is that? All this, I've gotten to where I just almost can't stand to watch the news because there's just all this drama. I mean, I know there's always drama, but there's like a lot of drama right now. But world news is a distraction. And just frankly, people who need your attention, people saying, mommy. Okay, so it's important. Being in the moment is important. And I'm not going to read this. I was going to read this like I usually do to you all. I'm not going to read it other than to say, my gosh, look at the recipe this week. Grilled sirloin steak with balsamic mustard glaze. Yeah. If I didn't already know what I was making tomorrow, I would be making this. This looks amazing. And Gwen, our leader, did already make it, and she said it could use about half the balsamic glaze that it says to use. Yeah, she said it was fabulous. So anyway, not going to read that to you. So because we're going to do something real quick. Okay, we're going to play a game. We're going to play a quick game because we only have 6 minutes. Okay, so I have $11 that I'm going to give each one of you. So I'm going to give each one of you $11. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11 US dollars. I don't know how much this is worth in Canada, so Canadian girls, if we're not at par, sorry. And I don't even know what at par means. I just like saying it. So this is $11. And I'm going to give you 4 things that you can spend your 11 US dollars on. And if things are higher in your area than they are here, so sorry, you're only getting $11. Okay. So if you're in the US, tomorrow is Memorial Day. So I'm going to give you your $11. Here you go. Here's your $11. And you've got to pick one of these 4 things. And I actually do want you to answer. And if you're watching it with us live, I want you to answer. If you're watching this with us later on Facebook, if you're watching this with us on YouTube at youtube.com, just search If You Have an Egg. I seriously want you to answer. Oh, and Sylvia made the rhubarb strawberry sauce from last week. Awesome. And put it on yogurt. Okay, so here's your $11, and I do want you to answer. You can't have your $11. I'm taking it back if you don't answer me, okay? So you have to pick one of these 4 things. You can. So tomorrow's Labor Day. Tomorrow's Memorial Day in the U.S. So you can either take your $11 and you can go see a new movie in the air conditioning. Casey and Alan are going to go see Solo tomorrow. So if I had given Casey $11, she could take her $11 and she could use it to go see Solo tomorrow, while we get to keep the angel child. Seriously, the angel child, Alyssa. We get to keep her tomorrow while they go see it. Anyway, so she could spend her $11 on Solo if she wanted to. So that's choice number 1. Choice number 2, you could buy a good cut of steak to cook on the grill, but you have to make your significant other cook it on the grill. So if I give you your $11 and if you spend it on a good cut of steak for a grill, because tomorrow's is a holiday and hopefully you're off from work and you're going to have a good time, so you could spend your $11 on that. Or you could spend your $11 on, you could take your favorite kid to the zoo. So like the Knoxville Zoo, I'm pretty sure is still for a child, is less than $11. So you could take your $11 and take your favorite kid to the zoo. Doesn't have to be your kid, just your favorite kid. Your favorite might be someone else's kid. Or you can take your $11 and you can go get supplies for your favorite hobby. So maybe your favorite hobby is knitting or crocheting or scrapbooking or something, rubber stamping, something like that. But you can take your $11 and you can go get, more of your favorite craft supplies. Okay, so choice number 1 was to go see a movie in the air conditioning. And remember, notice I keep saying air conditioning because it's toasty, muggy here. So I'm thinking air conditioning. So choice number 1, go see a new movie in the air conditioning. Choice number 2 is a good cut of steak for the grill. Choice number 3 is favorite kid to the zoo. Choice number 4 is supplies for your favorite hobby. So seriously, I want y'all to answer. I'm giving you like 30 seconds to answer because we're running out of time. So answer. We've got zoo, steak, zoo, hobby. I saw crochet go up a minute ago. Steak. Hobby. Oh, Sandra got another crocheter. Sandra's a crocheter. Sybil wants a steak. Christy says a steak. Yep, steak. Oh, that's funny. A lot of y'all are picking steak. Tater says hobby. Okay, so you've got, I don't know why I'm looking at this. This has no second hand. I don't know why I'm looking at it. So you've got just a few more seconds. Okay. Let's keep answering. So y'all keep answering. If you're watching this later, still answer. Because remember, when you comment later, even after the live chat is over, yeah, rubber stamper. Yeah, me too. So even when you comment later, those are love bucks. Remember, those count as love bucks for me. That counts as your payment to me, love bucks. So don't forget to keep commenting no matter where you're watching this later. Okay, so here's your $11. Okay, movie people. The people who chose to go see a movie in an air-conditioned theater. So I'm going to give you your $11. You're going to go buy your movie ticket, but I want you to get your movie ticket, and then I want you to go in the theater, and then I want you to sit down in one of the chairs that's outside of the movie theater. So you're in the building. You're going to go in. You're going to get your ticket. You're going to go in the building. You're going to let the guy rip it in half, but then you're going to sit on a bench that's like outside the restroom, or you're going to sit out in the, or you're going to sit out. Oh, pedicure. Yeah, Jennifer said pedicure. That would be a good one too. but you're gonna sit outside. You're not gonna actually go into the theater. So I want you to take your $11, spend it on your ticket, don't go into the movie. And I'll explain here in a second. People that are getting a good steak, I want you to go to the store, take your $11, pick out whatever cut of steak you want, find you a nice one, spend your $11. I want you to hand your $11 to the checkout person, but then when you get home, I want you to give your steak to the dog. You got to give your $11 steak to the dog. Favorite zoo people, you know, take your favorite kid to the zoo people. I want you to go to the zoo, get there, have the kid with you, buy your tickets, spend $11, and then I want you to ask a stranger if they can take the child around the zoo, pass the kid off to the stranger, and I want you to sit in the car. I want you to sit in the car the whole time they're in the zoo, and I'll explain this in a second. Okay, hobby people, I want you to take your $11. I want you to go buy whatever your hobby things are, and then I want you to take that bag, and I want you to take it to whatever the store is next door, and I want you to leave your bag and then go home without your bag. So I want you to go home, you know, without your bag. Oh yeah, and Debbie says she would be at the vet. Yeah, Primera would be at the vet if she ate her steak. Okay, so that sounds silly, doesn't it? So if I gave you $11 and told you to go, told you to go to the movie, but don't go in the movie, or if I told you to buy a good cut of steak and then give it to your dog, or if I told you to take your favorite kid to the zoo and hand him to a stranger, as if you're going to hand him off to a stranger, or buy your favorite hobby supplies and then leave them in a buggy or give them to somebody else, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? Okay. Here's the point. My Weight Watchers meeting that I attend is $11. It costs, if I have to pay, it costs $11. So why would I pay $11 for my Weight Watchers meeting and then not stay for the meeting, or not pay attention to what Gwen has to say, or not take my weekly. Yeah, exactly, Christy. Yeah, not take my weekly home, not read through my weekly, not make some notes in it, not pay attention, pay attention, get it? Not pay attention to this. Why would I not? This $11, when I have to pay, this, okay, and some people are 14, I understand that, and I get it, and I know that I'm free right now, but, okay, in my area, so for our district, the meeting is $11. This $11 pays for a leader who has other things to do, besides, just take my money and let me go home. She's not just there to take my money. She's there to make sure that I learn something. She's there to make sure that if I need motivation, that she's there. There's a secretary there to make sure that our line moves quickly. There's another girl there for weigh-in who's there to make sure that our line goes quickly. So for my $11, I'm getting a leader who is spending her time away from home to make sure that I get what I need out of Weight Watchers. I'm getting a book of all kinds of information for that week that I can use to make sure I'm getting that information. I'm getting a free recipe in this book. I'm getting a free recipe in this book every week. I'm getting advice from her. I'm getting advice from other people. I'm getting advice from other Weight Watchers members. We had the best group last week. So there weren't a lot of us there last week, so we sat at one big round table. That was the best group of people because we were just like this little tight group of people Tuesday night. So that my $11 pays for that. It pays for a group meeting, with other ladies and a couple of guys. For that, it pays for counseling if I need it. $11. Where else can you get one-on-one counseling with somebody or group counseling with somebody for $11? Yeah, so that's what my $11 is for. Okay, if I'm not in the moment, so if I'm not, when I get to my meeting, if I'm not in the moment, if I'm not paying attention, if I'm distracted with my phone, if I get my new movie and if I get my movie ticket and I'm distracted, and I end up out in the lobby, if I get my steak and I'm distracted and I give it to the dog, I'm not in that moment of making my steak and enjoying it. I'm not in the moment of enjoying the zoo with my kid, so if I'm going to take my favorite kid to the zoo and then stay on my phone or do something else, that's not being in the moment, or getting supplies for your favorite hobby and then letting them sit on a shelf instead of using them, I'm saving that sticker for a special occasion. How many times have you done that? Oh, that skein of yarn, no, I can't make anything out of that because that's for a special occasion, and then one skein turns into 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how your Weight Watchers meeting is. That is how your Weight Watchers meeting is. So if you're not in the moment, if you're not enjoying your food, if you're not taking full advantage of your meeting, if you're not taking full advantage of, of these meetings, if you're not taking full advantage of it, if you're not in the moment, and enjoying this journey, then you might as well just take this $11 and just throw it away. Just throw it away. Because you just threw it away if you're not in that moment. So, okay, I took us over for 4 minutes, and now I just kind of, everything here at the end, because I just want you to think about it. I want y'all to think about being, at your meeting or here with us, paying attention, enjoying it. I really want you all to enjoy, when I want you to be in the moment, I want you to enjoy this journey. I want you to enjoy the food that we're making. That's why I try to make delicious looking things for you. That's why the other ladies in our group, for free, no one in our group is getting paid for this. So Windstar Karen, the recipe that she posted today for the blueberry scones, which, can you tell I'm a little bit obsessed with those and I want to eat them. So Karen made those, took the time to post them, taste test them to make sure that they were, safe for us. She did that for free because she wants you to enjoy being in this moment. Popcorn Karen found these for you. She found these for you too. She shared this. She didn't have to share this. She could have just sat at home eating puffy peanut butter, puffs, and, just eating them and enjoying them herself, and not sharing them with you. So be in this moment. Just breathe, just be in this moment. Use your $11. I want you, for your homework, whether your meeting's $11 or $14 or however much it is, I want you to take that money. So I'm going to take my $11 and I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to keep this out so that when I'm not in that moment, when I'm rushing through life and I'm rushing through a meal and I'm not packing what I wanted and I'm not making something that's delicious, and I'm just slapping something together that doesn't taste good, doesn't taste good, I'm not going to enjoy it, because I can make lots of quick things that are actually, that are very delicious. But when I'm find myself not in that moment, I'm going to get my $11 out and remind myself, be in the moment, be in this moment. It's worth $11. You are worth way more than $11. So just be in this moment, enjoy this moment, enjoy your journey. It can be a fun journey. There's lots of us here together. We can all enjoy and be on this journey together. Okay, that said, everybody, you're going to get out your $11, right? Everybody's going to get their $11 out. You're all going to enjoy your moment. You're all going to enjoy your Memorial Day holiday tomorrow. If tomorrow is a holiday, if you're here in the U.S., you're all going to have something good and SmartPoint friendly, right? Everybody, you're going to take advantage of that. Okay, so let me see if Mr. Dusty is up to coming over here. Dusty! Betty, come here. Hurry. Oh, he is sleepy. And Casey has started calling Alyssa Sleepy Peepers. Let me think. Her name is Sleepy Peepers of the Sleepy Peepersons or something, but Dusty is Sleepy Peepers today. Come on, buddy. Come on. And don't forget, pay me with some love bucks. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs ups. Oh my goodness, he is sleepy. Come on, hurry. Oh, he's passed out. Never mind. He is laid out on the floor asleep. I mean, he's okay. He's breathing. But anyway, he is laid out, so no Dusty this week. Okay, but remember, love bucks, hearts, thumbs ups. Thank you all very much. Later, when I post recipes and things, pretty please, thumbs ups, comment, YouTube, subscribe, comment, like. Those are your love bucks. That's the only payment that I want from you. So, everyone, thank you. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing holiday tomorrow. And I'll see you next week. Good night.